Hello guys, today let's look at another third-party World of Warcraft figure, but this time it's not from either Meditoys or Great Knight. This is the Stone Prince from Brotoys x GD Toys, aka Anduin Wrynn from World of Warcraft, and specifically his look during the Shadowland expansion where he get mind controlled by the Big Bad Jailer. They have previously made a Stone King, which is his father, Wrynn. Anduin has a few different looks over the years, but they ended up choosing probably the most niche look for him. So I don't really understand the thought process behind it. But it does make a pretty good looking action figure though, that's for sure. Okay, let's look at the figure first. This crown is removable. It's supposed to be attached here, and there's a magnet inside to activate the LED inside the helmet. Let's take it off. One thing about Brotoys is that their armor details and paint jobs are usually very well done. You can see the silver dry brush contrasting the greenish blue underneath. The runes are painted very nicely. The details are pretty sharp, even though they're softer plastic. The only complaint I have in terms of look is that I think these cloths should be less saturated. There's a cloth suit underneath, but it doesn't hinder any articulation. You might think his proportions look a bit weird, like these giant hands and big shoulders, but this is just how the how the characters in World of Warcraft looks like. They're very stylized. Okay, let's look at his articulation. The head, double ball peg. Rotation and tilt. It's not amazing, but it gets the job done. Now the shoulder is something worth mentioning because one of the biggest complaint of their previous figure is that the shoulder is connected via a elastic string. Like, it's sort of understandable because Wrynn has a look that take off both shoulder pads, and they probably don't want pegos on his shoulders. Also, his arms basically have no range, like very little range. Let's look at son here, Anduin, and it's once again connected via a elastic string. This makes no sense because he doesn't need to take these off, so that's pretty weird. And it's going to hinder the articulation. Let's see. The shoulder, there's a big gap to allow movement, so it has some up and down and back and forth movement. Bicep. See, because of this, it doesn't move out of the way, so he can only raise his arm to this angle, which is not good. Elbow. You can rotate the gauntlet to have slightly better range, but it's about 90. Wrist ball. For the torso, this is double ball joint. Not bad. Going back, side to side, and rotation. It's pretty good, actually, the diaphragm joint. Waist joint, pretty much nothing. Back, pretty much nothing. And pretty much nothing. So his torso movement is mostly gonna be here. It's not bad, like it's not absolutely terrible, but this waist joint definitely should be better. For the hip, almost 90. Back, a little bit. Side, 90. Side rotation. Double jointed knee. Shin rotation. And ankle that can go back a lot. Going forward, I'm guessing this is, yep. Going forward, pretty much nothing. And ankle, decent. And toe joint, flush, it's nice. This is also pretty sharp, by the way. So his articulation is, it's not amazing, but for a dude in full armor, it's not bad. Okay, let's look at his accessories. Like we already know the LED. We can take it out and have a look. This is a single light source, so I might get another one to sort of simulate the eyes, like 2 eyes. Okay, let's look at his alternative head. This is the one he get mind controlled. So his eyes are blue and the hair is white. This is a normal head. So this when he is back to normal, so the hair is blonde and eyes is normal color. They're connected via 2 magnet. It's pretty strong, and they both have articulated eyes. See, pretty strong. You also get one big sword. And 2 small swords. These are supposed to be like this sword, big sword can split into 2 swords. Let's compare it to the original. I think this is called the Salamani. And this is where during the expansion where the jailer used Lich King's soul to reforge it into a Morn sword called King's Morn. Yes, I think that's what it's called. And it never had a split form. Oh, and he also never wear this helmet either. This is from the concept art. So the designer must really like this look. The detail on these swords are amazing. Like, you can see how nicely look under the light. But you need to be a bit careful because first of all, they are made of hard plastic. So if they break, they break. And also, these are pretty sharp. If you're not careful, you might stab yourself. You also get to fist hand, to clawing hand, to spare ball joint, to elastic string instead, in case something happened to the ones on the shoulder pad, and the little peg to adjust the articulated eyes. But that's not all. He also have a bunch of effect piece. Let's change his helmet. These big piece, you got two of them, and they're not the same, by the way. It's supposed to go in here. These small piece supposed to be a wrap around his arms, and those small sort of smoke effect, you're supposed to plug in his armor. Like these kind, you got 4. You need to plug in. Like, saw the holes on the shoulder pad? You got 2 on both sides. And these, you got 2. You're supposed to be plugging his chest, and the tiny one, you're supposed to, oops, putting, I think that's the wrong side, isn't it? Yeah. There you go. They're supposed to put in his eyes. So he's going to look really nice once you plug and decorate him with all the effect piece. But you know, that's pretty much, he'll become a display piece. Okay, let's do a size comparison. We got a orc, back a little, from Grey Knight. Another orc from Brotoys. I think the height is pretty good. Let's look at another Death Knight, Morna from Grey Knight. And Metis, Forsaken Warlock. There you go. Let's look at other 7-inch figure. McFarlane Toys NCR Ranger. stone collectible Karas. Okay. Let's look at 4 Horsemen. Savage Crucible. And can we fit one in? Mezco. The last 2 will be 6-inch one, Marvel Legend. Data Toys. All right, that's the size comparison. Do I recommend this figure? I say yes. Like, it's not the best figure in the market, but the details are pretty nicely done. The articulation it's decent, could be better, but good enough. And the shoulder pad situation is pretty unfortunate. But if you're collecting these, especially 110 World of Warcraft and fantasy character, then I definitely recommend it. It's not overly expensive. For me, it's like 50-ish bucks. So yeah, I definitely recommend it. Anyway, that's it. See you guys next time.